that this is going to be a biggie. Now, in terms of FX, US dollar remains king, especially as they taper in the United States. The euros are short. China goes south in terms of growth, so will the Australian dollar and other commodity currencies. GBP is overvalued, but not hugely. London real estate, well, we can't really short it, but I have to say that it looks incredibly expensive on every metric, especially now that we'd like to get a Labour government. They're talking about increased capital gains tax, stamp duty, mansion taxes, residency costs, etc., etc. The locals can't afford it, and I think London heads down 20 to 30%, and I'll be nursing my loss the next time you see me on the apartment that I'm about to buy. So the best is yet to come for us. There's great opportunities out there, but I think that overall the main markets, with the exception of Japan, are fairly or overvalued. I think the currency play, I hope, with my internal jury system, is one that you can make money on this year by shorting the euro, shorting the yen, and of course shorting the Australian dollar. There are vast implications for what's happening in technology. It's all around us. It's happening every day. Who can believe that Airbnb has a market cap of $10 billion, and all it is a booking service for bed and breakfast in people's homes? It's just absolutely amazing. TripAdvisor, $7 billion. They may be overpriced, but these are the disruptors of the modern world. Uber was valued at $3 billion on its most recent fundraise. Lyft, its San Francisco equivalent, was valued at $2 billion. This is with us here to stay, and we better accept it, and we better understand its ramifications. Now, ladies and gentlemen, big ideas equal money fountains. Plethora is a good example of that. I think Summit will be a good example of that. I think the diabetic shoe company will be a good example of that, as indeed I think that a number of these other companies will be good examples of that in terms of the macro theme. But interspersed with that, or interjected into that, is the idea that we all have to have our internal jury. Challenge yourself, get your friends to talk about it, read extensively. Don't just rush into something that appeals just on the basis of the superficial evidence that you read, because that is probably how things will go wrong, as indeed it went for me with the euro this year. Now, you may know that in all previous years I've distributed some books, and normally I have a big pile here, and there's a kind of crazy rush to get them. What I've done this year is to distribute them around the stands, and they'll be available to people, and they're not all my books, you'll be pleased to know. I bought a whole load of books on Amazon to distribute here. There are about 200 at the stands, so it's like a treasure hunt. Please go to the stands, and if they have one, take one there. And if you want copies of these slides, James Griffiths at burnbrae.com will be only too happy to send them to you. And indeed, I'm on Twitter, as you know, and so you can follow me there, or on crackingbio.com, where we put out a 3-monthly newsletter. It's been a real pleasure talking to you again. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen.